Hi all, today we are going to discuss about Campbell's modification of Heaviside Bridge. So this is modification of the Heaviside Bridge, which modification is done by the Campbell. That's why the name came Campbell's modification of Heaviside Bridge. So this is mainly used to measure the self-inductance in terms of the mutual inductance. That means here in this case the mutual inductance is varied. By varying the mutual inductance, we will measure the self-inductance of the unknown coil. So in order to do this, what we do in the previous, whatever is the Heaviside bridge is there, in that bridge we will add one extra variable resistor, so in series with this coil in the branch AB, and one more balancing coil is added with the unknown inductor in the branch AD. That means two modifications are done. One is the balancing coil is added in series with the unknown coil, and one variable resistance is added in the branch AB to get the balance. And here one more short circuiting switch is added across the unknown inductor. So what is the purpose of this? This we are going to see in the derivation, what is the need and why it is required. So now in order to get the balance, the value of the mutual inductance M and this R are varied to get the required balance. That means M and R are varied to get the balance. So let us see how this will work. So for calculating the balance conditions, let us take the first case when the switch is open and now value of M and R are varied such that the balance is obtained. Let us assume under balanced condition the value of M and R are M1 and R1 respectively. So we know under balanced condition, we know the value of E1 will be equal to E2 because the potential difference across this detector will be equal to 0. That means E1 is equal to E2, and the second one, the value of E3 will be equal to E4. E3 will be equal to E4, E1 is equal to E2. So let us try to calculate each one of them. So this E3 is equal to E4. So you can see here E3 is nothing but I3 multiplied by R3. And E4 is I4 multiplied by R4. Under balanced condition, because as no current passes through this detector, whatever the current I1 is passing through this one, same current will pass through this. That means we can tell that this I1 multiplied by R3 will be equal to I2 multiplied by R4. I1 multiplied by R3 is equal to I2 multiplied by R4. I am taking as equation number 1. So let us calculate the value of E1 is equal to E2. So you can see here in the top coil for calculating the E1, so there is some inductance of this coil. Let us assume this coil inductance I am representing by L1 and it is having a resistance of R1. This coil is having inductance L1 and resistance of R1. And it is mutually linked to the another coil. That coil you can see it is outside the bridge. That means this self inductance of this coil is not included in this bridge, but it is mutually coupled to this coil. And see again the current that is passing through this coil, it is entering the dot. That current is equal to I1 plus I2. Because of that, whatever flux is produced by this one, this will link with this coil. And now coming to the current passing through this coil L1, it is I1. Here this one also entering the dot. So when the current is entering the dot of both the coils, we can tell that they are in aiding mode. That means the mutual inductance whatever is there, that will be aiding. That means it will be plus. So let us try to write the equation for this one. So the equation for this one will be I1 is passing through them. I1 is passing through this coil. I1 into R1 plus small r plus j omega L1. And because of the mutual inductance, it is I1 plus I2 times of j omega m. Because current passing through this mutual inductance is I1 plus I2 and m. It is positive because current is entering the dot of both the coils. That's why we are taking the plus sign here. If current is entering in one coil, leaving in another coil, then mutual inductance will be minus. So we have to add here as minus. So this will be equal to, so if you are taking the second side, so second side equation will be current passing through that is I2 into R2 plus R plus j omega into L plus L2. Agree with me? So this is the current that is passing through the second one. So this let us try to simplify. I want to separate the I1 terms and I2 terms separately. So I1 terms I am separating. So I1 terms I am taking as R1 plus small r plus j omega into, because j omega m into I1 I can take here. So this will become L1 plus m. And the second one I am taking to the second side. So this will be equal to I2 into R2 plus R plus j omega into L plus L2. Because m coming to the second side, it becomes minus. So minus m. So this is the value we got. So let us take this as equation number 2. I am taking this as equation number 2. So now what I am doing, I am taking the ratio of equation number 2 divided by equation number 1. So what is equation number 1? This is equation number 1. So this is equation number 2. So equation number 2 divided by 1. So I1 will cancel here. So this will become R1 plus R divided by R3. So this is the real term, and imaginary term is j omega into L1 plus M divided by R3, and in the right hand side it will be R2 plus R divided by R4 plus j omega into L plus L2 minus M divided by R4. Getting it? So now this I can simplify. From this I can equate the real and imaginary terms. So when you are equating the real and imaginary terms, we will get it as R2 plus R is equal to, because R2 is the unknown value, so we are calculating R2 plus R is equal to R1 plus R. So this R, the balance is obtained. In that case I told that R will be equal to R1. So everywhere I am replacing with R1. So please change it. So R1 plus R1. So this will be R plus R1 into R4 divided by R3. So this is what we got. So let us take it as equation number 3. And the second one, from this comparing the second two, so we can calculate L plus L2. So L plus L2 will be L1 plus M times of R4 by R3 plus M, because now the under balance condition we told this M is equal to M1, so that's why this will be equal to M1. So I am modifying this to M1, so this is equal to M1. So similar is the case here also, wherever M is there, take it as M1. Getting it? So because under balance it is M1, I forget to write it. So now we can simplify it further. So from this I can write L plus L2 is equal to M1 multiplied by, if you are taking R3 as common, so this will be equal to R3 plus R4 plus R4 into L1 divided by R3. So let us take it as equation number 4. So now what I am doing, so the short circuiting switch is closed. So that short circuiting switch is closed and balance is obtained at M2 comma R2. Let us assume R is equal to R2 and M is equal to M2 under balance conditions. So whenever you close the switch, let us go back to the diagram. So when you close this switch, what will happen? This L2 and M2 are short circuited, or in this case we can tell that no need to derive the entire equations again. Whatever the equation we got, because this switch is closed, so we can take that L2 is equal to R2 is equal to 0. So just replace L2 and R2 0 in this equation number 3 and 4. So replace this equation number 3 and 4. So R2 will be equal to 0. So R will be equal to R1 plus, because this small r corresponding to small r2 here, into R4 divided by R3. So let us take it as equation number 5. And second one we will get L plus L2, because L2 is short circuited. So this becomes L is equal to, because mutual inductance is now M2. So M2 into R3 plus R4 plus R4 times of L1 divided by R3. This is what we got. So this I am taking as equation number 6. So now what I am doing, so equation number 3, that means we are substituting equation number 5 and 6 in equation number 3 and 4 respectively. When you are substituting there, so this will become equation number 3. Equation number 3 becomes R, because R is this one, this is R2. So we can tell that this R2 plus R means this will be R1 R4 by R3 plus R2 R4 by R3. This will be equal to R1 R4 by R3 plus R1 R4 by R3. So this is equation number 3 is becoming like this. Or from this I can simplify this one. So R1 R4 by R3 is common in both sides. This will cancel out. So from this we can calculate the value of R2 is equal to R1, sorry, this is R1. So this one I am bringing to the second side. This will become R1 minus R2. This will become R1 minus R2 times of R4 divided by R3. So this is the equation I got. So let us take it as equation number 7. So we got the equation for R2. So similar way we can calculate the equation. So this equation number 4 will become equal to, I am directly writing it. So equation number 4 will be equal to L2 plus, so we got the value of L is equal to, substitute this and simplify it. So I am directly writing the answer to save the time. So the value of L2 will be equal to N1 minus M2 times of 1 plus R4 by R3. You can calculate it and cross check because it is simple only. So I am directly writing this step. So this will be equation number 8. So when the value of R3 is equal to R4, that means if you are taking the value of R3 is equal to R4, then equation number 7 becomes R2, that means unknown value of the resistance will be equal to R1 minus R2. This will be equal to R1 minus R2 because R4 is equal to R3, that will cancel. So let us take it as equation number 9. So we got the equation for R2 is R1 minus R2. That means when you open the switch and do the balance, whatever the resistance is coming, that resistance. When you close the switch, whatever the resistance is coming, when balance is coming, that resistance. Remaining things are not required for us. So now from equation number 8, so this equation number 8 becomes value of L2 will be equal to M1 minus M2. If you are substituting R3 is equal to R4, it becomes 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So this becomes 2 times of M1 minus M2. So this I am taking as equation number 10. You can see the equation becomes that much easy. You have to obtain two balances. So in both the balanced condition, whatever value of M1 and R1 is there for first balance, and for second balance with the switch closed, take the balance condition and just substitute here. You will get it easily. So this is having some advantages also and disadvantages also. So the advantage is, as we are taking the difference of two balanced conditions, the effects of leads, that connecting leads etc. are eliminated, because the effect of leads and other things will be same in both the cases. So when you are taking the difference, so that will be eliminated. That is the first advantage of this one. So now there is a disadvantage also. So the disadvantage is, because we are using one balancing coil, so this balancing coil reduces sensitivity of the bridge. That is the major disadvantage of this method. So how to overcome this reduction in the sensitivity due to balancing coil? So that is done by the equal ratio bridge that we are going to discuss in the next class. So